Welcome to On the Chain.
On his podcast this week, he does his podcast every Tuesday, maybe Tuesday. Was it today? I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, I think it is. So he's so as the cryptocurrency community anticipates a summary judgment decision in the SEC v. Ripple case, pro XRP attorney John Deaton made a fresh speculation regarding when the ruling may come, and that was just his from his podcast there. In a crypto law broadcast yesterday, Attorney Deaton speculated that Judge Annalisa Torres may issue the ruling on September 6th, Jeff. According to Deaton, Judge Torres historically issues her decisions on summary judgment within a few months of her rulings on the Daubert/expert motions. As evidenced in Judge Torres' previous cases, there was a scenario where she released her summary judgment decision on the same day as her Daubert ruling. Furthermore, Deaton said there was also times where after Judge Torres ruled on the Daubert motions, it took about 2 to 6 months before she released the summary judgment. Using the 6-month time frame and Judge Torres' ruling on the Daubert motion of the Ripple lawsuit on March 6th, Deaton speculated that the summary judgment might come in on September 6th. The direct quote here is that there was a case she decided where her summary judgment decision came in 6 months after the Daubert. So 6 months after Daubert decision. If it was March 6th, we're talking about September 6th. That's what it is.
Man, that's exciting. So it was going to be June. Then it was going to be July, March, June, maybe July, now September. I'm good with September. Tell you what, September's a good time frame. If we can time it perfectly with the meteoric rise of the crypto market back in 2017.
What's interesting about that is if you remember the original Bearable Guy 123 and the phrase "May September shine like gold on December," case was filed in December. Then you have September, so it starts to make some sense. May September shine like gold on December. So that's actually pretty interesting, mates. So it shines like gold on December.
Yep.
So if it was on September, then I'd be like, bring back all that stuff, bad, negative stuff they said about Bearable Guy 123. I think that's who it was. You guys can correct me in the chat if I'm misspeaking here, but I thought that's who it was that said that.
What happened to Bearable Guy 123? Disappeared.
I think he's still around. Well, here it is. Commenting on the development, Attorney Deaton noted that Judge Torres may delay the ruling because she understands the significance of the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit. You think so, Jeff?
Yep, I think so.
She understands it's one of great magnitude.
Just it.
I would certainly think
succinct in the outcome.
I would certainly think that that's the case, Jeff. I would imagine that for sure.
I think so. I'm positive. I mean, imagine having to rule on something of such immense magnitude that could have a ripple effect across the entire industry.
Did you just say ripple effect?
Get it? Yeah, a ripple effect.
That's what I thought you said. Mr. Huber, he was calling this fake news. He said, this is off of Google. A judge usually takes 1 to 3 months to consider the legal briefs and decide whether to grant or deny a motion summary judgment. And Mr. Huber said fake news. Mark Fagel came in here and said that's why it's best not to do legal research by a Google search. That's some random FAQ from a law firm practicing personal injury law, presumably in a state court. So no, that's not correct. For example, he goes on to say the most recent study of federal cases I saw, 2018, found that summary judgment motions in this particular federal district court take on average about 6 months, and Ripple is approaching 7 months. John Deaton chimed in and said, well, if the federal district courts were averaging 1 to 3 months for potentially dispositive motions like the summary judgment motions, Congress wouldn't have initiated the 6-month rule. Neil Hartner from Ripple weighed in and said, how long was the library case from when the motions were filed to summary judgment ruling? Mark Fagel said about 4.5 months, I believe, much voluminous record there. However, Neil Hartner chimed in and said, I recall people following the library case thinking the judge was taking a long time and speculating that that was a good sign for the defendant, which was a big nope. The volume of material to review seems like the only thing to read into the timing. And then John Deaton said, well, the filings in Ripple are 10 times the filings in library. Also remember that library's counsel stipulated that prongs 1 and 2 were satisfied at the Howey test, but only contested the prong 3 of the case. The only prong in the case was prong 3, which had a 2-part test. That's why some people say Howey's a 4-factor test. And in Ripple, factor 2, the common enterprise is hotly contested. Also, the issue of consumptive intent, not even ever even meeting factor 1 because it's a non-investment is in play. Panos, our pal Panos, who is all about business, takes apart the FUD. He's all about business. He's one of the, I look at him as like, not that he's an old guy, but he's like this elder that you go to everybody like, I'm sorry, what does Panos think about this, right? Because he's not going to, he doesn't mince words. It's all like, you know where you stand with him. He doesn't goof around, doesn't laugh, doesn't joke around. It's just that. But Panos put this out. He said, and he was commenting on this EVM sidechain. He said, I believe the XRPL EVM sidechain will change the game for the whole industry, and it will send the XRPL ecosystem where it belongs. Huge wave of adoption, new users, apps, innovation, activity is coming. What do you think about that?
I like it. Puts it up into the stratosphere. I think things are changing at a rapid pace. The tech that we're being presented with is stuff that we haven't seen yet, and it's going to be amazing. I think it's XRP quantum speed. I like that. So this is the exact direction we're moving in. Once we see full utility of the XRPL, all the tech that can benefit from it is phenomenal. So you can't fault Ethereum. Ethereum has its use case. It has its position. But you know what? If you want to make it better, ETH 2.0 didn't do it. The Lightning Network didn't do it for Bitcoin. But XRPL will do it for all those other technologies, just like we've seen people playing around with and trying to make Ethereum better. The XRPL is it. So it's amazing that every major company out there, and there'll be more. There's going to be a lot of shit projects out there that are projects or they're solutions in search of problems. They don't have a problem they're trying to fix, but yet all of those that actually do, that are useful, that are going to move this entire industry forward, they're going to have to start working together. And I think, again, if we look at where AI is right now, where AI was a year ago, where AI is going to be a year from now, and when you mix AI along with what we're doing within the crypto space, holy crap, where are we going to be? Where are we going to be next year? Where are we going to be 5 years from now? The crypto space is what, 10, 11, 12 years old? Where are we going to be 10 years from now? Take AI out of the equation. Where would we be? But now you inject AI, man, I think things are about to get crazy.
My thoughts on this is that I think it's great because interoperability between fiat and also digital assets was a game changer for the XRPL. But what I like about sidechain is that you're not messing. The problem with some of these projects, and I think you nailed it with Ethereum 2.0. It was such a hassle. It's like 6 years to actually do it. It's not there yet. The thing about the XRPL, it's been golden from inception. You don't want to mess with the core functionality of it. You don't want to add this widget and that widget, feature scope and all this stuff with features on it and stuff. This is what's brilliant about a sidechain because it will deliver the functionality without messing with the original. So the XRPL functions the way it's supposed to. You're using the sidechain to move an ERC from your just USDC to ERC20. He goes on to say that this is direct competition against Ethereum and the rest EVM chains that are here, and that over time, he said, by the way, creating an XRPL sidechain, will creating an XRPL sidechain have any requirements? It would make sense to have a model similar to Avalanche to help with adoption and decentralization, requiring them to run a mainnet validator and having to lock/burn an amount of XRP. So he tagged David Schwartz and Ripple in there. But that's an interesting way to look at it too. You know, especially when you're looking for adoption, that would help quite a bit.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.